Hello, hello.
Hey.
How's it going, Steve?
Oh, good. How you guys doing?
Good. Busy, busy, as usual, no? Always working hard.
Name of the game.
How's it going, Marcus?
Hey, how you doing, man? Long time no see.
Long time no see. You're still alive?
How you doing?
Good, I'm good.
Nice, man.
How about you? Still working on the agency?
Yeah, man. Yeah, I had to take a quick break. Some circumstances changed, but I'm back. Let's make this
Okay,
happen.
cool, cool.
Yeah.
Are you starting back from step zero?
Kind of, but I don't know. I have budget to just run ads, so I think I'm just gonna run ads rather than
Mm-hmm.
like messing with cold outreach, really.
Cool, 100%, yeah. If you have the budget for it, ads is gonna be your
Hmm.
it's gonna be very good. It's something like when I started my agency, I wasn't really familiar with running ads for myself, and not many people were doing it. But now that I'm in this space a bit more, I see like all the big players are just getting their agencies up and running through ads, and it works extremely well. If you can put how much what's your budget for ads?
To be honest, whatever's optimal, but maybe like 500 to 1,000.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, a thousand is good. Like 750 to 1K. You should be able to get pretty good results with that. And
But
then
then again, like I do think like I'm not overly concerned with being optimal at this point. Like the main objective right now is just sign a client. So like
mhm,
if that's
100%.
I mean
I mean,
I can optimize later.
if you
But yeah.
sign one client out of that 1K budget, which is considered poor, like this, like poor performance,
Yeah,
you would still be making a pretty good ROI on your investment.
yeah,
So
for sure.
it's not too bad. And
Yeah.
what niche are you gonna go after?
Roofing still?
Roofing? Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, my advice is to just go on Facebook ad library, find other people who are running ads to roofers, and see what are
Hmm.
the offers that they're running, what do the ads look like, and then use that as inspiration to run your own.
Hmm.
Okay. I would list it as, have you spoken to Ruben yet?
Yeah, so I got the extra course bit with him. He's great actually. I'm just getting
Okay.
everything together for him. Hopefully should have I've started, so I made VSL Mark 1.
Hmm.
Uh, Kyle kind of gave me some constructive feedback on that. So I'm making another. I'm just going to reshoot it.
Okay.
I've got filmed a couple ads, but I've not really shot any content before. So that's been a
Hmm.
big learning curve. But
Yeah. You can get
yeah, I'm in
away.
touch with Room.
I mean, you could do picture ads. Even us, like that's like I haven't really ran like real video ads for myself. Like the one video ad that we're running, I'll show you what it looks like on my phone. It's a video, like a looped video of just me on my computer on my desk, and there's text on it. That's it. And this has
Mm,
been crushing, been working extremely well.
really?
So it doesn't have to be super glamorous and super crazy. And especially my niche is extremely competitive. You know, everyone goes after agency owners. I guarantee you X amount
Mm.
of appointments and stuff like that. And something as simple like that is performing extremely well for us.
So do you think rather than waiting on me filming and getting the scripts together for video ads, just run up some because I've got all the ugly ads ready to go and a couple like nice ones, but do you reckon
Mhm.
just run the picture ads for now and I'll look at video ads later?
You could, yeah. It wouldn't be such a bad idea.
Okay.
But speak with Ruben. He's
Yeah.
my media buyer, so he's the one that does my ads, and he's the one who created all of these things for me. He's
Yeah.
managing the entire thing, so
Yeah,
I
he's a
know
good
more or
man.
less what he's doing, but he's very good at what he does. So whatever he
Hmm.
says, just follow his advice, and it's gonna go well.
Cool.
Cool, perfect. Well, happy
Thanks,
to have
man.
you back. You're welcome.
Yeah, for sure. Happy to be back.
How's it going, Paul?
Yeah, it's really great. Today was a pretty busy day.
Mm-hmm.
I had a call. I don't know if you remember, but I had in the previous week some discovery calls with
Mm-hmm.
one clinic, and I had the first sales call with the clinic, and was pretty good. We scheduled another meeting because running out of the time
Mm-hmm.
for him, and yeah, was good.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, the firm one, the agribusiness, let's
Yeah.
say he didn't make it, but we scheduled for the next week. Currently, I have a question for you if you ask me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, of course.
Um, Sometimes, like some days, I don't know what to do. Like I have no idea, and at the end of the day, I just think that I lost a lot of time. I lost the day, and yeah, I'm frustrated a little bit.
Okay. Walk me through your like a regular routine in a regular day for you. What do you do?
hmm So I'm currently in the high school, the
Mm-hmm.
last year. I stay 6 hours, and at 2 p.m. I arrive at home.
Mm-hmm.
After that, I make some calls. Every day it's different because I don't know. We have some problems in the team. We have some problems with the clients, but most of the cases I make some calls, some call calls.
Mm-hmm.
After that, I post for some clients, and the end of the year I will have one final exam. So I put some work on it too. And after that, I have some meetings. I like I said, every day is different day, but
Mm-hmm.
I usually have some meetings. After that, some work, some research, and that's it.
Okay.
But in this meantime, in this time, uh, sometimes I don't know what to do, and I usually procrastinated. I
Mm-hmm.
procrastinate.
Okay. So, you should look into like the next stages of your business is to slowly outsource each part of the sort of the agency model and try to find a way to remove yourself or rather leverage yourself. Okay. So in the agency model, there's three main parts. There's the acquisition, so appointment setting, closing, and then fulfillment. All right. And you want to make sure that each department is sort of working at its maximum and you're getting the most input as you can. All right. So closing is the last thing you're going to outsource. Okay. You're the face of the company. To hire a good closer, you have to pay them lots of money. And if you don't have enough calls coming in, if you don't have enough appointments, then there's no point of hiring a closer. So that you can forget about it. So now you're left with fulfillment and acquisition. So those are the two main things you have to be focusing on. Now, fulfillment, is that taking lots of your time with your existing clients?
Yes, I basically delegated three clients
Okay.
right now, and I just post for the newest client on the LinkedIn, if you remember.
Mm-hmm.
And I just post for them, but it's a lot of thing. I have a lot of things to do on LinkedIn because it's very hard to grow the page, especially on the LinkedIn.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, and about the team, I have also problems with the team. I can't find the right people. I lose a lot of time with them. I
Mm-hmm.
teach them a lot of things. And yeah, I make some contacts with them. And after that, after they put some work in and yeah, all of that, they simply, okay, Paul, is too hard, or we can't we can't get any results, and yeah, I just give up.
Okay.
They just give up.
Okay. So just to go back on fulfillment, how much time are you spending on that with the LinkedIn guy?
Around half an hour.
Okay, so it's not a crazy amount of time. Okay, so the rest of your time should be spent on acquisition, okay, getting appointments. Now you can cold call, but cold calling is not a way you can leverage yourself. You can only make so many cold calls in a day. Okay. And you've reached a point now where you're pretty good at cold calling. You have some money coming in, you have a couple of clients, and you have to be looking, how can I leverage that department and remove myself? So now you said that you had issues finding good people, retaining them, and everything. What positions are they doing exactly? Is it cold calling? Is it cold DMs? What exactly are the positions?
For callings, and
Mm-hmm.
I have somebody on the outreach too, but again, that person on the outreach was pretty frustrated, upset because we didn't get any results in 2 months on cold calling, on cold email, dental clinics. And yeah, I put some efforts to give them energy, to give them hope and all of that. But mm, yeah, especially most of them are Romanians, and
Hmm.
we have that poor mindset that oh, I work for somebody. I don't want to work for somebody.
Hmm.
I don't want to have a boss or something like that. But in the same time, they don't want to open their selves some business or something like that, you know.
Hmm.
And it's pretty hard to build up team with that mindset. And
So yeah, so I have lots of people like that on my team as well. Okay. It's like an advantage and a disadvantage at the same time. Most of the people who work with me, they're from the program. Okay. So of course, if they joined the program in the first place, it's because they wanted to start their own business. Okay. So most of the people I work with have that mentality as well, that I want to do what you're doing, Oliver, one day. I want to become a coach. I want to do this. I want to start that. You cannot discourage that. Okay. Because at the end of the day, it's true. Like everyone wants to have their own business, but you have to instead show them how by working with you, they're able to leverage whatever they learn or the money they make, or they can form a partnership with you to eventually start their own thing. Okay. So to give you an example, Charlie here is on the call. Okay. When Charlie joined the program, he was just cold calling a couple of local businesses. Now he closes for me, and that gave him an opportunity to learn how to close. And I'm sure he can agree with me, ever since he's been closing with me, his skill set just went up like this. And now eventually he wants to start his own thing about teaching people how to become closers. And I'm never going to disregard that. I'm never going to say like, no, don't do that, stay with me. Okay. Instead, we find a solution. I'm not going to share it here, but we kind of spoke about what we're going to do. But you cannot like use that to your advantage. If you know everyone's like that, how can I frame my position in a way to tell them like, hey, if you actually become good at this and you figure out how to do cold emails and get clients, imagine what's that going to do for your business. Because if you're not able to do it with me, how are you going to be able to do it with your own business? Okay. You have to frame it in a
mhm.
way to just get them to start thinking.
Yeah.
Um, Other than that, for the actual positions, so cold calling is what's working best for you right now.
Right now, yes. Right now, yes.
Okay. Do you have the budget to run ads?
Mm, I I was thinking to start on the next month because I will get some money this month from some
Mm-hmm.
clients, and I will have like let's to be sure there will be much smarter for me to start in the next month.
Okay, perfect. Because that's a super easy way to outsource acquisition, basically. Okay, so instead, like imagine two scenarios, okay? You have one where you're managing a team of 5 cold callers. You have to train them every day. You have to give them leads, give them the script, review their calls, make sure they show up, make sure they do their hours. Or you take that money and you put it into ads and you just push the picture out and people will book appointments on their own. If you compare
Hmm.
both, your energy is better spent on running ads. Okay, so that's why I asked if you have the funds for it, the budget, especially if you just run ads in Romania, it's not going to be as expensive as it is in America. So you
Yeah,
don't
but
need a crazy budget.
yeah, you're right. I do as from in Romania, but for my other agency, like the creative agency. But right now, for my main agency, the target is the UK clinics, dental clinics. And I want I want to put you a question.
Hmm.
I don't know what should be the best way to start running ads. Let's say I have an idea and I have like let's say a strategy to document an on patient acquisition for my dental my potential dental clinics. Let's say I will build on page on real on fiction, let's say dentist page
Hmm.
on yeah Facebook, and I will post something on that page. like will be all imaginary. And after that, after I will have some social proof on that page, I will run ads for that clinic. Again, friction than the clinic, and I will document all the process, when the leads come in, when we will call the leads, and all of that. Of course, the leads will don't go anywhere, because that dental clinics will don't
Yeah.
exist in UK. And I will go with that documentary to every potential clinic that I will talk with, or I should simply put that money from the ads for my agency. What do you do would be the best if
I,
you yeah,
I think
understand.
it's a bit overkill, like what you're creating that like fake page and just to demonstrate what the process will look like. I think you're overthinking it a bit. You've already worked with clients right now, even if it's Romania, it doesn't matter. You've worked with clients. Okay, so whether you run ads here or there, the process is basically the same thing. The numbers will be different, that's for sure, but you know what you're doing. Okay, so I would not spend time on that. Unless if you see you're getting on calls and every single time people are like, hey, show me what it looks like how does it work? Like, I really want to understand. If you see that's happening, then fix the problem. But now you're trying to build a solution to a problem that doesn't even exist yet. Okay. That's a big lesson in business. I used to be like that very much. I would think 20 steps ahead and I'm like, what if this happens? And then I would prepare for that worst case scenario. And that thing would never happen. And I would just spend my days working on things that were completely useless. And then this one day, I don't know what happened, but I just said to myself, I'm like, look, let me just work on the immediate step. If I face that issue, I'll figure it out if it happens. Okay, so what
Mhm.
is the next immediate step in a perfect world if you were to never face any issues? It would be to just set up the ads in the UK and run them. So do that. From there, look at what happens. Okay, if you see people don't trust you, then it's like, okay, how do I build more social proof? How do I build more trust? Then you can look into the other options.
Mhm.
Okay,
Okay. Okay. Okay.
how is the how are the ads performing for your creative agency?
Are performing well. I like my target are the restaurants, coffee, bars, so mini local businesses, let's say.
Okay.
But they're good, and I do until now only video ads. Like I'm filming myself, talking about their problems, their shit, and all of that. And yeah, I will try some creatives, some simply creatives. Okay, attention, I don't know, coffees bars. Do you want extra 30 clients per month or something like that to see if that will perform better or not. But for now, I'm pretty happy with that.
Okay. And how much money are you making with that agency?
Around $500 per month,
Per
per
client
client.
or
Yeah, per
and how
client.
many clients do you have?
Two clients.
Okay. Why don't you just focus on that then and just get more clients doing that?
Be because the opportunity, like I can charge like a lot of money for them. Okay, I can have a lot of clients, but I can charge a lot of money. Like the maximum is 500, but with 500, um, it comes together with an angry client, hello Paul, where the money comes in, like uh, where we have and all of that in the every single week, you know. The amount of stress is it's bigger.
Yeah.
And
Welcome to business. You guys are nice, but not everyone is like you guys. Okay, that's normal. In this program, I have the same problem as you do. In my bigger program, where people pay 10,000 to work with us, it's even worse than this.
yeah.
Okay, so it's always going to be like that. You're always going to have clients who are going to be more demanding, and it's just part of business. Okay, but for now, because you have like 20 roles in the company, you're doing this, you're doing this, you're doing that, you sort of receive everything. But the one day you're going to hire someone to just deal with the clients. and you're not going to be facing that issue. So it's normal. If I were you, Paul, you have something right now that works. Okay, is it the best opportunity, the best vehicle for you right now to become a multimillionaire? I don't know what's your goal. Probably not. It's true, $500 per month is not gonna change your life, but from you going to 1K per month to let's say 5 or 10K using that model is super realistic. It is not that difficult. And then from there, once you're making 5 to 10K, you have so much more money to actually hire good appointment setters or put enough money into ad spend to scale up the better opportunity, which is the marketing agents in the UK.
Mhm.
So it wouldn't be such, I would consider that. Like I would have to know the numbers a bit more and like go a bit more in depth on like what exactly you're doing, what's your profit margins, how much work is it taking you to do. But if you have something that works, like at least max it out, at least push it to a point where you have some sort of leverage. Because now you have the
Mhm.
headache of running that business for only 1K a month. Like if you're gonna have two businesses, at least make it so that you're making good money from it. Otherwise, just cut that business out. What's the point?
Yeah, but in the same time, that client, that leasing personal client that I do for them only outreach on LinkedIn, they pay me 1K plus $200 per every client per every meeting booked. So
Mhm.
the amount of money and amount of effort that I put on that client is is pretty lower, no? And that's why I'm looking to expand the main
Mhm.
agency.
Okay. You just have to have enough budget and the team to do it. If you're okay with the budget and you're willing to like it, I'm only saying do the creative. It's like if it's super easy to just get more clients. Like if you're putting money into ad spend and you're signing people, just increase the ad budget for like a month or two and just increase the amount of money you're making. So at least you have that safety net. And then you can go a bit crazy on ads. Because in the UK it's gonna be more expensive to run ads. And
Yeah,
I would run them in the US. Like I don't know why you're in the UK. I found from experience in the US, people have more of like a growth mindset. You know, they live the Hollywood lifestyle. They all want Ferraris and stuff like that. So it's easier to sell them the dream of helping them become, you know, whatever the number one dentist or in their local area. In the EU, I found that it's a bit more difficult to get that.
yeah.
So that's
Of
something to consider as well.
y- yeah. Thanks for advice. From our experience, the UK people are more open than Romanian people,
Mm-hmm.
and yeah, it's a big chance to US people to be more open, but
Yeah.
it's a different. Uh, yeah, we have a lot of things to talk, to think, and
One thing at a
maybe the
time.
others,
One thing at a time.
yeah, yeah, maybe the others have a lot of questions. But thank you for your
No,
responses.
you're fine. You're fine, bro. Cool. Any other questions for me? How's it going, Vlad?
Hi, Oliver. Just tuned in. I was about to watch some courses, but I saw the live call. I forgot about it and just joined.
Mm-hmm. Cool, cool, perfect. How's everything with your agency?
Pretty stagnant right now because I've stopped my client getting ads in like March. No,
Mm-hmm.
February to March, end of February, start of March, because I wanted to focus on delivery. That failed. So from 4 signed clients in 1 month, I lost 3 of them. I
Mm-hmm.
think I lost 3, or maybe I lost 2 to 3, something like that.
Okay,
One of them might come back after the Easter holidays.
okay. And they
So
left. Why did they leave?
it was the results they were getting or not getting, but they weren't like great clients either. So one of them gave up after 3 weeks. I had like 80 something leads, but only very few appointments and maybe one conversion from
Mm-hmm.
80 something leads. And the other only tried for like 2 weeks. He got really discouraged because of some bad comments on Facebook and stuff like that. He expected like
Mm-hmm.
out of 20 leads, all of them to be good, so
Mm-hmm.
that wasn't a good client really.
Okay, yeah. Okay, cool. Yeah, those were clients with unrealistic expectations, probably
Yeah,
not
right
the
now
best
my
ones.
focus is I'm thinking, so I'm also qualifying the leads, right, for
Mhm.
my clients. Right now I'm doing it by phone, but I'm thinking like in order to scale, I'm about to buy like a virtual phone number, so do it from a computer so I can later hire a person to do that
Mhm.
and have the calls registered, see what goes wrong. That I figure out that really helps me because I can identify like what people expect, what do they know from the ad or was not communicated properly in the ad, so I know to modify the ad after. See,
Mhm. Yeah.
Like, that really helps a lot in like modifying the ads after,
Yeah.
optimizing the ads,
Okay. Yeah. You get direct feedback from the client. You can see like
Yeah,
what they like, what
so
they don't like.
right now I think what I need, and I don't know how or where to start, is like a lead nurturing for patients, not for my clients, but for patients of the doctors. Like
Mhm.
automated SMS or maybe email with case studies like dental implants
Okay.
studies, stuff
Yep.
like that. That's what I'm thinking to add right now.
Yeah, that's very good. In a perfect world, you would have emails. That's from experience, from what I'm seeing, that's what's working best. SMS too works well, but SMS, I just found it's a bit too personal. Like some people don't like to receive like text messages on their phone number, whereas email, it's a bit more like accepted to receive like promotions and stuff like that. Especially when they just opt in, you want to be super aggressive with the emails. Okay, so I think it's like once per day for like a week or two, and then afterwards you can be a bit more relaxed. But I'm sure there's different email sequences. And Abdel, do you know any like sequences for emails? Is it once
For
per day after they opt in
yeah,
in ads?
yeah, it's once per day. And it's always like have the free value thing where like you send them some documents, some steps, videos of you so you can build some relationship with them before they hop like uh or the appointment with the client that you work with.
Also, what I kind of uh, like the scene at you, Oliver, and I also want to do that, is build a personal brand. So I'm thinking maybe a YouTube channel, but right now I don't know how to approach it. Like build something for like a dentist, maybe show how I don't know, how we operate, show client successes, or what exactly should I talk about in those videos? Do it
Mhm.
for the dentist, like for potential clients, or
Yep,
what
both.
subjects?
So both is good. You can showcase you as a marketer, so you can talk about just your experience when it comes to marketing businesses as a whole. And then you can also combine that with your actual clients or your results and everything. So kind of do like a combo of both. It doesn't have to just be SMMA or how to run Facebook ads for dentists in Romania. You don't have to be that specific. Like
Yeah,
if someone goes on your page and they see you have a bunch of content on how to market a business, like as a whole, like what are lead magnets, how do you write the opt-in forms and stuff like that, they quickly understand that you know what you're talking about. Okay.
right.
And
And should I do them in Romanian or English?
it depends who you want to go after. So are you long term, like what's the game plan?
Yeah, that's another thing I have to think about. I'm not sure.
Yeah, it's it- for me, I would do it in English. Uh, just because yes, the market is bigger, but one issue that I faced when I had my agency, I did it in French. Yeah. So here in Montreal,
Right,
we speak French, and it was working well when I was by myself. But as soon as I started to scale and I needed more people, it was very hard to find French-speaking people.
yeah,
So I could either hire locally or from France, and their currency is very strong, so I would have to charge them a lot or pay them a lot of money. And it's harder to find people as a whole, so it's not as convenient to scale, but it's true there's less competition. Okay. And for
right,
me, I'd rather do it in English.
right.
Um, do many people in Romania speak English?
Pretty much, yes.
Yeah.
I'm not sure about like dentists or so, like younger people, yes, for sure.
Okay. Because you can still sign Romanian clients by making your channel in English, but you cannot do the opposite.
Yeah, true.
I have many people reaching out to me, and they see my last name, or I'll mention it in the video that I speak French, and then they'll get in contact with me. And I'm lucky because my Alexei, he speaks French, and so does Kyle, so the coaches, so we can sign fully French people into the program as well. And if they understand English, if they can just listen to the video and understand what it says, I can still work with them. So they'll find out, especially with your name, that like they'll find out that you speak Romanian, you're from there, you know? And
Yeah.
if they do research on you and it's in English and they can understand it, they're still gonna want to sign with you.
I actually had someone find me on Upwork where I specified that I specialize in dental implant marketing. So he found me on Upwork, made me an offer, and he basically sent me the contract yesterday. We're about to start, not with qualifying the leads, but like GHL automations and Facebook ad creative, stuff like that, So that would be a great start if I can get some traction on Upwork. I can get some a client from the US. That would be like a good case study, hopefully.
Cool. And Upwork, they reach out to you. How does it work?
It can be both sides, but I
Both?
guess he searched for like talents in dental. He probably specified dental implants, stuff like that. So that's in my bio. So he probably that's how he found me.
Okay. Is it confirmed you guys will work together, or you're still speaking?
He sent me the contract. I agreed everything, but I'm still not sure because he said he wanted me to set it up first, then he'll do the first payment, like half the money. Then after 2 weeks, he sends the other half. I'm not sure if I like set it up, he wants to just close the contract and
Yeah. No, I would do, you can do half, but no work gets done until you get some sort of payment and commitment on his end.
Yeah, I guess you're right. I should probably
Because because
insist on that.
yeah, I've heard from experience like Upwork, Fiverr, like these websites, it's not like it's good, like you might get a client or two, but you cannot rely on that to scale a business because like you mentioned, most of the time people are super cheap on those websites, especially like Fiverr. They don't want to pay any money. That's why they go on Fiverr.
Yeah, that's
And I'm
true.
guessing it's the same thing as Upwork. How much is he gonna pay you?
It's
Supposed to pay you?
So I told him my price is like $500, the normal package, and since he'll do the qualifying of the leads and all like that, we agreed to $300, sorry. So yeah, that's
Okay.
very, very cheap.
Okay. $300 is super cheap.
Yeah,
And
of
he
course.
wants to split it in 50-50, so it's kind of
Yeah.
I
I will
wouldn't
ask
even do
for the
the split.
payment. What?
I would not even do the split. I would tell him
No,
like,
I
look,
think I'll set up, but I won't create the ads. So I'll set up the automations, the stuff like that, the connect GHL to his Facebook page because he doesn't do that, He has GHL account, but he said it's not connected to his page. He doesn't, I guess, no one really worked with him on that, So I'll set up the leads, I'll set up a pipeline, and then ask for money before launching the campaign.
okay. Yeah. You know the client. Like you can tell if the person is serious or not. So if you see is genuinely just wants to see if you're able to deliver on what you're promising, then yeah, go for it. But otherwise, just be careful, especially
Yeah.
because you're gonna end up in the same situation with those cheap clients, the ones that after 2 weeks are like, oh, I thought I was gonna be a millionaire, with my $300 ad spend, like it's
Yeah,
it's unrealistic. So you gotta be careful. Okay,
true.
good, cool. And are you still running ads in Romania?
I'm not. I stopped, to focus on the fulfillment of those clients, which failed, obviously. And basically, I should start them again, like any moment now. But my mom kind of needed some money until the 18th of this month. So I kind of didn't start it yet, so I can help her with some payment and then,
Okay.
but I should probably start it soon.
Yeah, start it back as soon as possible. Okay, you cannot stop the money-making revenue source. That's the most important part in a business. If anything,
Yeah,
that's more important than the actual fulfillment.
true.
It sucks to say, but it's more important to just get people to pay you, and then once they pay you, then of course don't scam them, but you cannot put all of your energy on giving them the best service in the world, especially at the beginning. At the end, it's different, but at the beginning, it's not like that.
Right.
Yeah, cool, perfect. Any other questions for me?
Not by me. Thank you.
Yeah, cool. You're welcome. How about you, Steve? Any advice for me?
I do. I actually went to one of my dealerships,
Mm-hmm.
did a pitch. I wasn't able to talk to the owner, but I was able to get to a manager, and he
Okay.
gave me time, gave me 10, 15 minutes. I gave
Nice.
him the pitch that you and I went over. And he said to me, he goes, I have something very similar to this, but it only emails. I go, well,
Mm.
I email, voicemail, text, and have my clients sign their own schedules, you know? So he's like,
Mm-hmm.
so he was open to it. He took my QR code and he was gonna try it out and see and talk with his members and go from there. The one thing is I would have charged a lot more than what he's currently paying, but
Mm-hmm.
he's not getting all the services that I can offer. So
How much is he paying right now?
he's paying about 900 a month.
Okay. And you were gonna charge how much?
I told him 5,000. So look, we ran the numbers, okay? He's doing 75 oil changes with half of them being tire rotations, comes out to 172,000 a month
Mm-hmm.
generating based on his prices. And I go, is that about right? He goes, you're pretty spot on right there. So he's got the volume to do that. He's just used to paying less for, and I get emails from this car dealership because that's where I bought my car from. But you
Mm-hmm.
know, so like I get an email every now and then from you. He goes, yeah, if you don't interact with us, we slow the pace down. But
Yeah. Okay. So what I would have done in your shoes, because again, you're just starting out. Okay. So you
yeah,
have to be a bit more flexible. He obviously already has a plan right now, and his expectations is I pay 900 bucks for a service like that.
right.
Even though the numbers do make sense, he still has to 5x his budget towards a system that he doesn't even know is going to work because he just met you, you just walked in the store. What I did for my first client, my plumber was putting, I don't know how much, I think it was like 5K or 6K per month in ad spend. I pitched him 3K per month, and he was doing it himself, the ads. And I told him, I'm like, look, let me manage the ads for a month. If I make you more money by managing the ads, as well as remove that from your plate, your responsibility, and I'll take care of it for you, and I make you more money, would you be willing to pay me 3,000 bucks per month? And he's like, yeah, if it makes sense, we'll do it. And that's how I got my first client.
Okay.
So I would have told him, I'm like, look, you're paying 900 bucks. I know my system can make you more money because we're more effective. We do this, we do that. Let me build it out for you, test it out for a month. And then from there, if you see the difference, if you see the value, then we can talk about price and everything. And that would have been an amazing, even if they didn't sign, at least you would have had like a case study, an example of an actual client
Yeah.
using your service or product.
I'll probably follow up with them in a week or so, you know, and
Mhm.
just pitch that angle there. Just let me, hey,
Yeah.
try before you buy, kind of a thing. And
It's gonna be good to do it just once, just to see in action what it's gonna look like with an actual business that has volume to use your product, your software.
yeah, okay, good point. Thanks.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Have you only went to one dealership?
Only went to one. Yeah, I was in that area and I was, you know, I was a little shocked that there was something out there already. And he actually told me, he goes, hey, the software is called Podium. Okay, it's what most of us car dealerships use, but I think it's limited to just email.
Podium. Mm. AI phone call, lead capture. Oh, that's good. Do some research on them, and you can see like how is your service different, and what do you have that they don't have, and then leverage that when you're pitching people.
Yeah,
Yeah,
good points.
that's,
All right,
that's how you do it.
thanks.
You're welcome. Cool. What's up, Paul?
Yeah, another question. Um, when do you think that you should change the niche? Like, because like I said, we did outreach for 2 months and we didn't sign any clients. Also, in the dental niche, In Romania, I don't know, but a lot of agencies are doing outreach on dental niche. In the UK, it's pretty hard, very, very hard to get the doctor and talk with him. And yeah, I have a real dentist in the team. I have a CDO a lot, like all the website is for dental clinics. But I'm feeling that I procrastinate a lot of I I I I lose a lot of money, doing outreach on the dental niche. Do you think would be a good way to, let's say, continue the outreach for 2 months, 1 month, and after that, if I didn't get any clients, to simply change the niche?
What would you switch your niche to?
For sure will be B2B, not B2C. But I don't know now. Will for sure will not be e-com or something like that. But B2B, I don't know, software business, consultancy business, um, leasing, personal leasing. If I can make a lot of good results for them, will be a good case study. But I think there are not many companies that are doing personal leasing. Yeah, I need to think about it.
Yeah, so for me, I'm not personally a fan of anything in the medical niche because, like you said, it's so hard to get in contact with a decision maker. It's typically the doctor. The doctor's always working. It's not like a regular business, you know? So when you work with clinics, for sure it's different. And especially in this space, like when you watch any YouTube video about niches, they're always going to mention dentist, you know? So they're like receiving a bunch of phone calls. So that's why I'm not a huge fan of it. Look into what you would do, like what would you try in a different niche. You can run ads to it and just see how it goes before like going crazy and rebranding your entire company. You can run ads to that new niche and just see how is the market responding. And if you do get a positive feedback from it, then you can start steering slowly towards that direction. Typically, when someone comes to me and they've been cold calling and then they want to change niches, I ask them, I'm like, okay, how many clients have you signed? Or how many meetings have you booked? And if most of the time they tell me zero, nothing. So when that happens, I'm like, okay, so it's not a niche problem, it's a you problem. It's just you who's not cold calling, or you're not good at sales, or you're just being lazy, or whatever. But if someone comes to me and they're like, look, I'm booking a bunch of meetings, I am speaking to this dentist, it's just, it's hard to get them results, or I don't like working with these people, or it's just like, it's not what I like to do, then the conversation is different. Okay, you've already worked with dentists, you have the experience in it. So I trust that if you do switch, it's not because you're kind of using that as an excuse for not being able to close deals. Okay, but that being said, if you are still doing those 2 call closes, where each call is an hour long, and the first one is just you asking them a bunch of questions, and you are booking consistent meetings, then maybe that's the first issue we have to solve before changing niches.
Yeah.
So you have to look into like, what do you like, really make sure that that's the problem, that's what's holding you back. Typically, when in our higher program, people will come to us, they're like, okay, I'm in a niche, I'm making like 20 grand per month, 25 grand per month, and I want to make 100. Then I'm like, okay, so if you want to make 100, you have to 4x your income. With the current niche, it's going to be a bit difficult. So let's slowly change. With the person's already making 25,000, like they can run a business. They're just in a bad sort of opportunity vehicle. Okay, so there's like you just have to make sure that it's not, you're not using the niche as an excuse for you not being able to close deals. That's the only sort of like, if that's the case, then it's okay to switch niches. Otherwise, you stick to the same niche.
The first problem are the meetings because I didn't have any meetings in UK, and I think the sales problem won't be a problem because the CDO will be with me in the meeting, so we will have the full social proof, let's say, having a real dentist in the team. But for now, the problem are the meetings. We don't have meetings, and we do email, we do calls, but yeah, only gatekeepers, only send me through the emails, or only call me in the next week.
Yeah, so you have to pick the best outreach method depending on your niche. Okay? Like just because cold calling is a method does not mean it's going to work in every single niche. So for me, I kind of reverse engineered the process. So I knew, like, when I came into this space, I used to work as a door knocker. So I would go door to door and sell pest control. So because of that, my skill was just speaking with people, having actual conversations. So for me, it would be dumb to start cold DMs or cold emails because what I'm good at is just speaking with people. So for me, I pick cold calling. So that's why that was my outreach method. And then I asked myself, I'm like, what businesses are going to be the easiest to outreach to if I cold call? And right away, I knew that clinics would not be it because they all have receptionists and stuff like that. I thought about real estate agents; they're always on the phone. And then there was the blue collar niches, so plumbers, electricians, and everything. Okay, so you have to reverse engineer. So I agree, cold calling is not the best in the UK. If emails aren't working as well, then try to make sure, is it the emails that are bad or is it just the niche that's a bit tricky? You are booking meetings in Romania though, right? When you outreach there.
Yeah, but the outreach is pretty low in Romania because I don't want to sign any more clients from Romania. I did it only for testimonials, but when I do cold calls in Romania, yeah, I can book meetings.
Okay. Try the US, see how that goes. Because like I said, from experience, outreaching in the UK is not, it's harder. It's probably
Why?
the hardest because it's not as, they're not as growth oriented, these people. It's just the culture. They're not all like that for sure. It's just from experience. I wish Alexei was on the call. Alexei would have told you everything. But if you speak with Alexei next time on the coaching call, ask him, okay? He used to cold call interior designers in the UK, and it was a pain in the ass. And when he switched to the US, that was a whole different story. I know for you, the time zone is going to be a bit screwed. It's not going to be very fun, but I've had multiple people cold call in the UK, and it's difficult. It's not as easy. Okay. But if you think it's the niche, what I would do is continue cold calling because obviously you can book meetings through cold calling. Okay, you've done it in Romania. Now you tried with dentists in UK, it doesn't work. If you think it's the niche, for a week, just cold call in a different place, in a different niche. Okay, do that for a week and see how does it compare. If you switch and you see you're booking meetings every day, then yeah, 100% go all in on that. But if you switch for a week and nothing changes, then you understand that that's not the problem. Okay, so that's what I would do. Just test it out for a week or a couple of days and just see how does it compare to your regular niche.
Okay, okay. Thank you. Maybe I will do that.
Perfect. Any other question?
Thank you. No, for not, no. Thank you.
How's it going, Andy?
Hi, Oliver.
Hey, how's it going?
Can you hear me?
Yep.
Good, good. What about you?
Very good, very good. I think there's like a small delay
Yeah,
in the
great.
audio.
Okay, it should be maybe better now. Yeah, I just wanted to ask about what do you think about personalized Loom videos as an outreach method?
Yeah, I think it's very good. I like that. You can really take your time personalizing every single approach. If you are going to do that, I do advise to just spend not a crazy amount of time, but just do some research on the actual company and try to make it personalized to them. So, hey, if you find the name of the owner, so hey, Oliver, I saw you're running this consulting business growth solutions. I watched your recent YouTube video on this. I really enjoyed it. Listen, the reason why I'm reaching out is, well, and then you start your outreach. Okay, so if you are gonna do Loom outreach
sure.
and make it personalized, don't just like actually make it personalized because it will take you a lot more time to do that form of outreach than it is to cold call or just cold DM people.
Yeah, because I'm situated in Europe, So I was thinking of basically recording like, I don't know, 10 videos every single day and sending it to clients, potential. Yeah.
Mhm.
And from there they should be booking calls. So it's not like I don't have to be like wake up at the same time. It's I can like schedule like adapt it to my plan. It's
Mhm.
not time consuming. I can do
Yeah,
it whenever I
exactly.
want and send it
100%.
whenever I want.
Yeah, that's why I like cold DMs and everything, is that you don't have to. It's not like cold calls where you have to cold call during business hours and be awake and everything. Especially in different time zones, it's a big pain in the ass. But if you do that form of outreach, then it's good. Yeah. What niche are you going after?
I was thinking of I'm just starting. I was thinking of going into solars because
Okay.
I have previous experience in that industry. So I just
Mm-hmm.
thought about it. I also like e-com and health like supplements and health services, like
Okay.
stuff like gym jargon. But
Cool.
it's said that it's pretty hard to get into it. So yeah.
Yeah.
So those are my niches. And yeah, sorry.
Yeah, I was gonna agree with you. Like ecom is one of those niches where it's just like it's not difficult. You like everything's possible. You can do it. It's just you're playing like the hard game, especially if you're just starting out. I'd rather we just start local, get some experience, get some money, and then we can venture off to ecom if that's something we want to do. But personally, I've just found more success, or I've seen more success in local, and solar is a very good niche. We have a person in the program. His name is Luke. He's doing extremely well in solar. He has multiple clients. I know that industry, one offer that works very well is the paper install or paper appointment. Okay, so reaching out, when you reach out to these people, make sure to use that word. So paper install. And also, if you are going to send them a loom, make it actually valuable. Like show them what you do, or you know, teach them about your business or whatever the process you're going to be using to help them scale. Because it's not like you don't want to just send them a video and it just be in your face and you don't really give anything out of the no information, nothing like really that's going to benefit them or get them to understand what your offer is. Okay. I get many DMs from people reaching out to me for various things. It's always a huge paragraph. If you're interested, I can send you a little video explaining how I can do this, how we can do this, and then we can hop on a call. I was like, no, I'm not gonna go out of my way to text you back to ask you for a Loom video on your random thing that you want to pitch me. It's like if you want to pitch me something, just send me a video right away without me asking, and I'll look at it, and if it's something that I want, then I'll respond back. Okay, so make sure it's valuable and
Okay.
good. But yeah, very good approach. Personalized Loom, paper install, and then show them the exact process of what's it going to look like. So how are you going to follow up with the leads? How are you going to qualify them? All of those things, and then just send them a video explaining that.
Okay. Thank you. And can I just have one more question?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, I was just wondering, when you're starting, it just went through my mind. Like, is it better to start just like on your own? So you basically like uh, learn all the stuff on yourself, or is it possible maybe when you are starting, like I like for example, if somebody has or is already starting an agency and you're like pair two people, one take care of sales and outreach, and
Mhm.
one take care of the services.
Yeah.
What do you think about that idea? It just went through my mind when I was like I'm
Mhm.
starting, so I just
No, it's a good question. So my recommendation for not just you, everyone here on the call, when you're starting a business, for most of you guys, 99%, you should never have a business partner. Okay, you're cutting down your profits by half, for nothing because you're two sort of beginners just trying to start a business. Now, if let's say I had 5 million subscribers on YouTube, but I didn't monetize it, and then someone came to me with an specific, like, let's say they're good at software building, and they're like, hey, I'm going to build a huge software and I'm going to leverage your brand, that partnership makes sense. We're both bringing something to the table. Okay, so the business in itself, you're still the owner, but what I recommend you to do is to learn the basics of your offer. So let's say if you run Facebook ads, learn Facebook ads. And then from there, once you do sign a client, partner up with a media buyer. Okay, someone who knows how to run the ads and just sort of outsource the work to them. So hire them to do the work but don't bring them on as a business partner in the company.
Okay.
Okay?
Great. Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Will it be recorded or?
Yes, everything is
I-
recorded. I'll post it. And when did you join the program exactly?
It's going to be week, maybe last Tuesday, something like that.
Okay, perfect. You probably didn't go through all of the modules, but a bit further down in the program, I explained this exact process of outsourcing, hiring media buyers, and sort of just using their expertise and then leveraging their case studies and everything to help you sign your first couple of clients. Yeah, but yes, I'll record the entire call and I'll
Okay.
post it.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you
You're
very much.
You're welcome. Cool, perfect. Vlad, last question.
Yeah, so I have another question. In case you worked like with clinics, dentists, whatever, do you offer Google services like Google Ads? Do you teach about Google Ads? Do you recommend Google Ads over Meta Ads because there's a lot of bad leads on Meta?
Yeah, Google is good. Typically, it's a bit more expensive to run ads
Yeah, I
on
know.
Google, but the quality will be higher. So if your client has the budget for it, I would offer it. I only ran Google ads. I never did Facebook ads with my
Oh,
agency.
really?
Yeah. So it's maybe Ruben can answer this question for me, but it sort of depends what the client wants, what's their budget. Maybe if they max out Facebook and then they're like, okay, instead of putting more money into Facebook ads, let's test Google as well and do both in parallel and just see how they compare. But yeah, it's at the end of the day, you're selling the outcome. So you're not selling the service. People don't really care how you get them the results. They just want
Yeah.
the results. So whether it's Google, Facebook, you door knocking people, asking them their teeth is hurting, you just find a solution to get them a bunch of clients. That's basically what they want.
Yeah, with it being more expensive, I was thinking like maybe reducing my costs like to a minimum, let's say 250, so they can invest like 750 in Google Ads and maybe some revenue, you know,
Okay, rev share.
5% to 10% revenue, something.
Okay, yeah, that can be a solution, yeah. But you don't want to reduce your prices just to accommodate for like a different.
No, just to reduce the upfront price and add some revenue, you know,
Yeah,
percentage income.
rev share makes sense, yeah. If
Also, do you have like a video or something I can watch about lead nurturing for the lead generation? Like, do you have like emails? How I said, like,
do we have that, Ruben, in the program?
Yeah, right now we are working in two things, in a course of Google Ads and also a lead nurturing course. So yeah, soon we'll have that and we'll send also the automation. So if you're using Go High Level, you can just copy paste that lead nurturing for your clients. But if you want one, you can send me a message and I can send you the snapshot we have for lead nurturing for local clients.
sure, that would be great. I'll send you the message.
Perfect. Yeah.
Thank you.
Perfect. Anything else?
No, that's it by me. Thanks.
Cool, perfect. All right, perfect. Very good call. As mentioned to Andy, I'll have the call recorded. I'll post it as usual in the community feed. So if you guys want to go back to everything. Otherwise, let's crush it. Very good questions today, as usual. Let's keep up the work. Steve, let's reach out to more dealerships, okay? Every
You know
time
what?
you hop on this call,
I'm going on the hook and saying I'm going to do at least 50 calls next week. How's that?
okay, very good. I like that.
Yeah.
I like that. Make sure to record your calls, okay? If you want to record them and send them to us, that's a very good way for us to just like see what you're doing and like how we can help improve and everything. But at this point for you, you have a good product, a good service. It's just volume. It's getting sort of the business, the brand out there, and getting people to know about your service and your offer.
I'm my worst enemy. I procrastinate, so I'm going on the record.
Okay, cool. Perfect. All right, boys. Thank you again for showing up. We'll talk to each other next week and
Thank you, man.
crush it.
Thanks, man.
All right, you're
Thanks.
welcome. Take care. Bye-bye.